So, you've heard fasting is the secret weapon to getting lean, right? But with all these different options, from 16/8 intermittent fasting, to 1 meal a day 24-hour fasts, or even a prolonged 72-hour fast, how do you know which one actually works best? In this video, we'll solve that question by uncovering how fast can you actually lose fat with fasting, and then we'll compare the 3 most common fasting options. And finally, I'll reveal all the biggest fasting mistakes so you don't accidentally sabotage all of your hard work, so you can get lean without the gym bro routine. We've all seen it. Someone chowing down on a giant pizza, claiming it's totally fine because they're eating 1 meal per day. And then there's the die-hard 16/8 crew, preaching about how skipping breakfast is a secret life hack. Yeah, Chad, we get it. You're doing intermittent fasting. But here's the real misconception with fasting. People think the longer they fast, the more fat they'll lose. I guess it makes sense, right? Just go full biblical and fast for 40 days and 40 nights and bam, all the fat is gone. But hold up, don't do that unless you're planning to be under daily medical supervision. Like this Scottish dude here, Angus. That's a true Scotsman. Fucking aye. Go on, lad. He went a full 382 days without eating. That's over a full year. Losing a phenomenal 276 pounds, or 19.5 stone in English money. Now, Angus's effort is legendary, but definitely not the way to go for most of us. So let's agree, anything over 72 hours, not a fat loss strategy. That's medical supervision territory, my friend. But even though fasting has exploded in popularity, we do have anti-fasters too.
Bro, fasting? That's cute. I eat 6 chicken breasts before noon, bro. How else are you gonna get jacked?
Yeah, and surprise, surprise, they're all lean guys. Saying fasting is pointless because it's just about cutting calories. Yes, calories in, calories out, we all get it. But then they throw in the line. It will wreck your metabolism and drop your testosterone. But here's the thing, if you're carrying that extra weight, fasting actually helps improve these things. So, we're not here to pick sides. We're here to figure out how to lose fat in the fastest way possible while staying metabolically and hormonally healthy. So we both know deep down if we stop eating, we're going to lose fat, right? Well, not exactly. Because there's a limit to how much fat your body can burn per day. It's about 31 calories per pound of body fat, and go beyond that and you're burning muscle. So if you know your body fat percentage, you can use this simple formula to calculate your maximum fat loss per day. So it's 31 times your body fat in pounds equals your maximum rate of fat loss per day. For example, if you've got 30 pounds of body fat, that's around 930 calories you can burn from fat every day. But push it further than that and you're going to dig into muscle mass. And trust me, you do not want to do that and end up with that skinny fat look. Because skinny fat tanks testosterone and then everything tanks with it. Your mental health nosedives, fat burning slows down, and cortisol skyrockets, making you stress over the smallest things. Basically, you turn into a mega Karen. Not fun. So yes, fasting can shred fat, and a lot of it, but you've got to control it to preserve muscle and keep your testosterone levels in check. And if you're serious about getting in your best shape ever, I've got a free program just for you. 60 ways in 60 days to get lean without the gym bro routine. I'll send you short 2-minute daily emails packed with practical nutrition tips or fitness hacks that slip right into your current routine, helping you get lean effortlessly. Just sign up with the link in the description below. So let's break it down and compare the 3 main fasting options and see what's best for you. Now, each fasting method, 16/8, OMAD and 72-hour prolonged fasting, are going to form a giant calorie deficit if we do it right. But while fat loss always gets boiled down to a simple numbers game of calories, we need to get these 3 factors dialed in so that calorie equation actually works like a charm. 1. Insulin sensitivity. This is how well your body handles sugar, crucial for efficient fat burning. 2. Metabolic flexibility. Your ability to switch between burning carbs and burning fats for energy, key for maximizing fat loss. And 3. Metabolic health. The strength of your metabolism while fasting, simply influencing how your body processes and stores energy. And each fasting method we're talking about, it promotes these factors. But which one maximizes fat loss the most? Here's the breakdown. First up, we've got the 16/8 method, commonly known as intermittent fasting. This is the go-to method for most people and it's mainstream for a reason. It's simple. Skip breakfast, fast until lunch, and you're good to go. And it fits easily around any typical work schedule, making it ideal for those with busy routines or social commitments. And it's perfect for maintaining steady energy levels while you're at work, plus giving you the energy boost when you need it for workouts. Because you're only fasting for 16 hours, so it works for anyone, including any physique starting point too. Whether you're 30% body fat or you're pushing 10% body fat, the 16/8 method is an easy way to preserve muscle and keep hunger levels in check. However, there is a downside. You need to track your intake. With this one, it's really easy to wipe out your calorie deficit in your eating window if you're not careful. Remember, the fasting window itself is not magical. It's the calorie deficit combined with the benefits of improved insulin insulin sensitivity and metabolic flexibility that makes it super effective. So 16-8 intermittent fasting is great for those who want a fasting method that blends seamlessly into their daily life, easily balancing work, social life, and workouts. Now we've got OMAD, or 1 meal a day. It's simply one epic big meal per day. It sounds like a dream, right? Well, not so fast. Cramming all your daily calories into one meal, it's tough, especially if you're actually trying to hit your protein target and your micronutrient needs from fruits and vegetables too. It's much easier if you're on a low carb or keto diet, as these diets take up a little less volume in your stomach. But be prepared. If you're not careful, you will lose muscle, especially if your activity level is high or you're dealing with a lot of stress. But the upside, OMAD typically allows for a bigger calorie deficit, leading to much faster fat loss than the 16-8 method. And this makes it a great option for those that are 12% body fat or higher looking to lose fat very quickly. However, the downsides, potential digestive issues, obsessing over food all day, and disrupted sleep if you're trying to cram in all your food late in the evening. Plus, it's hard to sustain every day, but doing it 2 to 3 times a week, totally doable. Just schedule it for busy days so you won't be thinking about food constantly. So OMAD is great for those with aggressive weight loss goals who can handle the mental side of things too, and maybe don't mind some digestive discomfort along the way. Finally, the 72-hour prolonged fast is the ultimate fat loss strategy, but it's not for the faint of heart. You can't just wake up and decide to skip meals for 72 hours. You've got to plan ahead. And if you're under 12% body fat, do not think about it. You don't have enough reserves to fuel yourself and you will feel terrible. However, if you're over 12% body fat, you can maximize fat loss, provided that you plan for low activity and you stay hydrated. And be aware that a 72-hour fast can really affect your mental focus, your sleep, and your ability to do anything more intense than some light walking or yoga. On the plus side though, prolonged fasting can do wonders for your digestive health, but you need a smart refeeding strategy afterwards to make sure you don't have stomach issues. And this is not something you can do regularly unless you're very overweight. But for a big fat loss push over a long weekend, it's highly effective. Just make sure that someone checks in on you, just in case. So 72-hour fasts are perfect for those with high motivation that are over 12% body fat, and the mental toughness to handle those extreme fat loss methods. And if you're new here, my name is Tim. I'm a food scientist and personal trainer, now based in Austin, Texas. My focus is on getting guys to 10% body fat without turning their lives upside down for a fitness routine. So subscribe for more. Now you've got the lowdown on each method. What about those stubborn fasting myths that just won't quit? Let's put an end to this nonsense once and for all. Fasting myth 1. Fasting equals muscle loss. People think fasting automatically means you lose muscle. Wrong. Yes, you'll feel smaller and weaker, but that's because you're not eating anything. But what you're losing is water weight, it's not muscle mass. As long as you're not going wild with extreme cardio and you're getting your protein in, the only thing getting smaller is your waistline. And this leads us nicely onto fasting myth 2. Daily protein distribution. Think you need to spread your protein through the day or your muscles will vanish? Total myth. Your body is way smarter than that. This 2023 study shows you can easily hit your daily protein target in one meal and not lose muscle. It turns out there's no real limit to how much protein your body can actually utilize. 100 grams or more of protein at once is totally fine. Your body just drips the amino acids over time. So that old school 30 grams of protein per meal rule, yeah, that was to sell protein powders. Funny how the scoop is exactly 30 grams, right? Bottom line, it's your total daily protein intake that counts. Fasting myth 3. Fasting drains all of your energy for your workouts. People picture themselves barely making it through, dragging themselves through every single rep. It's not true. With the right approach, fasting can actually boost your performance. Improved metabolic flexibility actually allows your body to switch between food and body fat as a fuel source during your workouts. So no, fasting does not mean you have to skip leg day. Fasting myth 4. Fasting slows down your metabolism. Not even close. That whole starvation mode scare, it still freaks people out, making them think they're going to wreck their metabolism. But here's the truth. Short-term fasting, it actually gives your metabolism a temporary boost. Your body gets more efficient with systemic inflammation lowered and burning fat for fuel without slowing down. So starvation mode, total myth. Your metabolism is fine and so are you. And finally, fasting myth 5. You can't eat out anymore. Fasting makes you feel like a social outcast. Not if you plan it right. Fasting doesn't mean you have to skip social events. In fact, fasting actually gives you more space on your calendar for social events. You're now banking massive amounts of calories, and you can spend these banked calories on a dinner out or a celebration, and then simply continue your fast. Flexibility is key, and fasting can fit seamlessly into your life without you feeling like the odd one out. So, like Winston Churchill said, fasting is not forever. Hunger is not fatal. It's the courage to continue that counts. And if you're interested in one-to-one coaching from me to get in your best shape ever, click the link in the description below. Or for more coaching tips, watch my video here.